Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Club Continental M17 with Genome America. My name is Céline Ross, and I am an educator for Genome Canada. So I guess your big storm or hurricane, Debbie, is here. Maybe not the whole hurricane, but the tail of the hurricane is here because it is really raining hard, big flood to many places in Montreal. So anyway, it's summer. What can we do, huh? Okay, so I'm seeing who's logging in. So Jerry, hello, Jerry, sorry. Hi, how are you? And Daniel Duboc from France, Lyon, near Lyon. Bonjour, Daniel. Janie, yes, raining in Ottawa. Yeah, like buckets. Here too, it is really, well, we can help that, huh? We had such a hot days, so many hot days that one day the rain is coming. Bonjour, Mariella. Okay, so what I'm going to show you today is not something new, but you'll always learn or always catch something different, something maybe that you forgot, something that you didn't do yet, something that you will learn. It's a zipper bag, but with Nautico team. So I'm seeing Anne. Hello, Anne, Priscilla, Anita. Okay, so I'll turn the camera, and when I turn the camera, I don't see the comments. So I'll turn the camera. I'll show you the project right away. Camera arrière. Okay, okay. Here's the zipper pouch. So, of course, first thing when we want to do a project, we have to choose everything. Choose the fabric, choose the thread, choose the design, change everything because it didn't match. So, because of that batik color here, so I decide to take a little bit of, to match my thread to this color, match the thread, match the zipper to this color. So here, oh, you know what? That I don't know the word in English. It's I don't know. I should have looked before. Anyway, this design is, maybe somebody will write it. It's in the ocean, this, and it has long, long tails. So anyway, my English is not 100% perfect. So this is organza here. And you know that because organza, we see through. I didn't want to see the fabric behind. So before I embroidered it, I put some batting underneath just to make it become bigger. Okay. And you know what? I think it's a jellyfish. I just remember now. And so I wanted to puff a little bit. Okay. And so the whole design is digitized. You have Anne Hein who shows you how to digitize. So many good lessons. Okay, so you see the stitches, they're different. This one is stem stitch. But look here, those stitches are from the software. Okay. And what I like to use is this fiber, which called Angelina fiber. Uh, in the States, I don't know where you can buy it. I guess Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something like this. I like this. I do prefer this to Mylar because this is soft and you can manipulate and easier than Mylar. Mylar is kind of stiff. Anyway, this is my own taste. Huh? So, and then I match the thread. I like variegated thread because it matches the fabric, and also if you make a little mistake, one skip stitches or a little something wrong, it's it's hidden. Okay, so just a little close up for you to see all the stitches. It's just it's different, just to make you use something different. And then, well, of course, this was all digitized. And then, well, I add some stitches, and some stitches from the CM17 that I'll show you after. This one looks like it's handmade. Okay, these are different. I want to explain to you the difference. And you see here, they're all different. When you do a little project like this, you want to practice everything. Practice your thread, your stitches, new fiber. You want to play, huh? And this little pouch is, I put this in because I want to keep it stiff. It's all lined, huh? If you want, you can add pocket. But I didn't want to teach too much how to make a zipper pouch. There's so many on YouTube and on Genome. There's so many you can just choose from. I want to point out these things today. Okay. So this is the little pouch. And if I turn my camera, you see here, this is one that I always keep to teach. So you see, this is a design that was built in the 11,000, 12,000, 15,000, not in the CM17. Ay, ay, ay. So, of course, I don't know. Maybe you kept some design from the previous model machine, and this was into a Horizon Link Suite, all of this. It was a quilting design. So I'll show you. I transfer this design into my machine, and I'll show you how I play with it. Okay, so this one is different, and this is like a demo. This is why I surge everything. You want to keep it clean. Huh? Okay, so I I send the design to the machine. Whoops, I hope I'm moving my camera. Okay, so I'm going into embroidery mode. Okay, I put my machine in English. Oh, maybe with the color. Do you see well the screen? This is too. Okay, I turned the light. Okay, switch to embroidery mode. Yes, this is what I want. And I save the design into my machine. There's 4 design in this little collection that talks about the sea, shell and shells. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to pull them out. I put them in one window only because I want to show you something else. All this is to teach, to show you that these are the 4 designs that was in a previous model. Of course, you can buy some over the internet. You can draw them over your artistic digitizer. So I'm going to take one design. Let's say I'm going to take this one here. Okay. So I'll remove this one. I don't need them. And I want to center the last one. And my hoop is too big. I'm going to change my hoop size. And here's the design. But I know there's 3 steps on the design. If you're not familiar with this design, I know there's 3 different steps, okay? It's hard to see here. So you can change the color. You see? Color number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay. So now you see there's 3 different steps to do this design. I'm coming to ask my design to be embroidered. Okay, and now you see. So what is this design? You have a few possibility. With previous machine, you have the same design in three different version. The shell first, with the stippling, and with the frame. And then you had the shell only, the shell with the stippling only. So, you had three versions, but we can do this easily with this machine, with any Genome machine anyway. Okay. So I want to see what I'm going to embroider now. And I see it's my green and it's my shell. So I don't have to do the two other steps. I just have, if I don't want them. What I don't want here is step number 3. That I wanted, that I didn't want for the bag. So you see, I have my shell, and I had the micro stippling all the way around. I didn't want a frame because it didn't suit to this little bag. Okay, so the only thing is I don't have to embroider it. That's all. Okay, so first, of course, you have to print your template to make sure you position your design exactly where you want it. And Genome has a few way of you have the jog key, for good positioning. You can print a template, and you have also the application AccuSetter. There's a few way to position um, perfectly the design. And I start with this. And it's very easy to cut organza. Huh? So this is from the dollar store. It's not something very high quality. For sure, it's not pure silk. Okay. And another thing I like to play with is my thread. You see, I use a cotton thread, but variegated thread. So I want everything matches together, and the design with the fabric. I like this is batik. I love batik. Huh? I like the way it's standing. Okay, so I use this one is cotton 35 weight. I like to use a Wonderfil thread, but you're welcome to use whatever thread you want to use. Huh? Okay, so see the design, and because I didn't want to see the background, I put some batting underneath my organza. So step number 1, I kept the same thread to do my stippling all the way around, but I skip the frame, the stitching all the after the frame. See, here I did the same thing. I could use another color, but okay. So same thing. You see, I like put batting because it makes it puffy. I should even, you see this? I should put two layers of batting. So that is playing with the not the software, with the you can play with the software, of course, huh? But this is playing just with the machine. So the other design was this one. I put the four at the same in the same window because I want to show them to you, and then this one right into the center. See, it's a little exercise that makes you practice. Okay, and if I say okay without changing the color directly into window, you see one color. So you think that this is the same color as the frame, but it's not. 229, 228, 228, and 231. So there's really three colors here in the design. And what is this 220, 229 GSP? Okay, it's Genome thread. Genome has 3 boxes of thread. Okay, and 78 colors altogether. Genome doesn't make thread. Janome makes sewing machine, but they had Janome had made some thread since years. There's two different spool of thread. I'll show them to you here. Okay. Oh, maybe I should move this. Okay. So this is what we had previously, but we still have some in the warehouse, I know. So you see, the spool is white, while the new spool is gray. Difference is before we had that little notch here to hold the thread, and now the thread is sticking between the two layers of the spool. So previously, the thread was acrylic. You see, 100% acrylic. Now it's 100 polyester. I want to show you polyester. Where is it? Oh, yeah, 100% polyester. Okay. Same color as previous as now. So when you see here, I'm going to move. When you see GSP and those number, it means genome thread. Okay. But the machine can take any quality thread. Huh? Okay. So I embroidered my design. You know how to do this. And then you cut around, and I cut with my nice little Genome scissors. Or the scissors that come with your machine they're perfect. Okay. And you can use them. I'll move the camera. The curve, you see there's a curve here. You want a curve like this. And if the curve was on the other side, well, you can flip your scissors to cut. You see, like this one here, I flip my scissors around here on one side and here on the other side. Okay. And they come with the machine and with many Genome machine. But if one day they're not great, huh? First we use it only for applique and to cut thread. Well, you can reorder from Genome. There's no problem. And then when the embroidery is done, I'm sorry. Okay. When the embroidery is done, it's time to add something else. I could, you decide what you want to do. I had no pattern for this. Okay. I took the fabric I had and I have no pattern. And you can do the same, of course. Okay. I could put my design in the center, but I want to make sure that I had my design up to my zipper. This is my way of doing it. Then I play with my stitches. So I'm going back, move the camera again. Okay. So I'm coming back on sewing, ordinary sewing mode. Okay. And then I wanted to play with thread and stitches. So see what I did? All of them are different. And they can be used for stippling. No. Top stitching. Ay. They can be used for top stitching. Okay. So where are they? They are not like this. They're here. And quilt. You see? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All those stitches they can be used for hand stitch. No, not all of them. 4, 5, 7, 8. They can be used for like hand stitching if you want. Not that one because there's not a little stitch in between. Huh? Or they can be used as a top stitching. And then, with Genome, when you go and buy a sewing machine, what do we ask? Huh? How many stitches in this machine? Well, one stitch can be modified so much that it'll create you some other stitches. Okay? So this is what I want to show you now with the needle position. Of course, needle position is in this case is doesn't bother us, but the stitch length, oh, now this is something else. Okay, so I'll move the camera again. So I'll choose what did I want to choose something else, something that I didn't do before. Just before I was teaching into French at 2 o'clock. So I'll take the same sample and I'll show you more. So I choose a stitch number 8. Okay, I'm not doing any changes yet. I'm going to let it go for a little while. Okay, then I'll change. Stop. Then I'll change the stitch length. Right now is at 5. And you know the CM17 comes with 2 screens. Huh? One, the right one is the size of an iPad. And this one is near your eyes. Whatever you do here, it's synchronized. The 2 screens are synchronized. So you know, whatever change I do here, it's gonna reflect on the other side. So my stitch length was at 5. Let's say I'm doing at 3.5. Same stitch. Let it go. I took just a little piece of white fabric with the red thread for you to see well. Okay. Lock stitch. Oops. It's going to cut the thread. And then for sure, right away, I pull my thread in my thread holder on the side. Okay, on the left side. So see the difference between the stitches? Okay, it looks a bit different. One, oh no, I'm going to do this one. No, I want one. Okay, that one. I'm choosing stitch number 6 because my stitch length is at 2.5. Whoops. Machine reacts right away. Okay, I'll leave it at 2.5. I'm using foot F because it's a bit thick, huh? And foot F is a little bit elevated in the center. So no changes. Okay. Then I'm going to stitch length to elongate my stitch to 5. You'll see the difference. So this stitch has three stitches. Okay, I'm stopping because I want to go back. I'm sewing. I want to go back sewing. I want to do something else. So you see, so I have 2 long stitch and 2 small in the middle. But if you're not happy with this, look at that. Stitch number 5 in the utility window. So it's 2.5. I can elongate this at 5. So you'll see the difference. A little bit, you know, like 1 inch at 2.5 and then elongated to 5. Not elongation, but stitch length to 5. So those stitches are a little bit different. They look different. Okay, stop. I program my thread cutter, so my machine will cut the thread and needle up, foot up, and I pull my thread. Okay, look at the variation. So the difference between those 2 here is this one, is this one has 2 small stitch in between 2 long stitch, while that one has 3 long stitch, all even. See the difference between, it doesn't look, so which one we're going to choose? Which one are you going to choose? It depends of the fabric and your taste and the thread you use. Okay. So when we sew, the fabric is the boss. We have to obey to the reaction of the thread. Now, another thing I want to show you here. we're going to, because we can use this. I used it here. You know, this bag is a sample just to make you practice. Okay. So I'm going back into my decorative stitches, and this time I want to pick decorative. We have French knot. Okay. So you see, there's a knot, one stitch, knot, one stitch, knot. Okay. So I'll try not to talk. Okay. And listen. I hope you hear the noise. There's a little noise when the nut goes underneath the foot. Okay? Because the foot is flat. So I really recommend to use the foot, the pearl beading foot, the small one, not to hear that noise. Okay? But you say, oh no, it's just too much. Whoops, no. One after one after one after one. I want them to be a little bit longer. Okay, so we open the memory, ask one stitch, then coming on the bridge, and let's say I'm going to ask 3 stitches in the middle. So the machine will do 4 stitches and 1 knot. You have to be careful. I'll show you why. You see, there's 3 stitches here. If you want 4, you do 3 plus 1. If you want 5, you 3 plus 2. Huh? But you be careful. You see, this is when there's an oval here, it is the opening of your needle plate and your foot. So the stitches inside means you have the center needle position. While this one, you see, it's a left needle position. It doesn't suit to this design here, to that stitch, okay? So I'm going to choose that stitch. Let's say I want 5, but I'm going to end up with 6, okay? Because my French knot had 1 stitch already. And then I'm going, it's pre-programmed. It's going to repeat by itself. It is different. So I'll stop right here and you'll see all of the changes. Look at this. Okay. So when somebody asks you how many stitches your machine has, well, it's almost unlimited. Okay. Then when you, yeah, so what I did also, I put my design in the center, and because I had space, I want to practice. I practice, and I did some stitches that looks like wave, okay, in the ocean, and just to play with my stitches, okay. And after this, I put the zipper with the technique here. So if we're going to the application, sewing application, I'm going to search for, I'm not doing a lap zipper. I'm not doing an invisible zipper. I'm doing a pouch zipper. And see, all your operations are here. Maybe you'll need to change something. I didn't want to top stitch. Why? Because if you top stitch all this, you have to close it, huh? You won't be able to close it very nice. You see? Because you'll have a stitch to hold. You'll have a pleat on each side here. Okay? So I didn't want a top stitch. But you say, oh, Céline, when I'll unzip, I'll end up with a problem. Huh? Because maybe my lining will catch up. No, if you do this, look. No, I have no problem here. What happened? Not because the ironing, okay? I used iron-on fuse. This is a thread you fuse, okay? And the lining will stay into place. So what I did, when it's finished, you have an opening, because we're closing, how to do your pockets. You start, yeah, you leave an opening in your lining here and you stitch all the way around. And then before you turn everything, you come and put your fusible thread here to hold your lining to your seam allowance. You can put, I like to put this because it's thin, okay? It doesn't show and it stays. But if you want, you can put that one also. But you see, this is a big, you can cut it, but look, I hope you see it. There's too much. You can cut it, but it's like too much. But you have to iron on and glue, but you want it soft, your seam allowance to your lining, and then you end up without a problem like I did here. See? No problem at all. Okay? So that's another little hint. Okay? So this is my little pouch. Don't forget Angelina fiber. I'll turn the camera and I'll answer the question if there's question. Whoop. Okay. So jellyfish. Okay, jellyfish. Okay. So I'm saying hello to everybody. USA, Bernice, Janie, Jerry, Ann Thompson, sea urchin. I don't speak good. Octopus. Okay, you know more than me. Madeleine, Mariella, Danny Duchesne, Betty from Washington, D.C. Stitch me up. Ah, that's cute, huh? Okay. And can you? And start to type something. Can you? I don't know if I can. Okay. Move the camera down. Oh, it's too late, huh? Maybe. Oh, no. Okay, too late. Sorry, I didn't know. Oh, can you move the camera down? I understand now. Sorry. Okay, Janice, Diane from Illinois, Cheryl. That is a cute little pouch you are making today. Thank you, Cheryl. But I want to turn the camera. I want to show you. The fabric makes it look good. It is nice, okay? But you have to match everything. It's not easy to match. That takes time, huh? That takes time. Choose the fabric. Which design are you going to put? Which color are you going to do? Which stitches you're going to do? That takes time. When it's done, it looks so simple. But choosing everything, matching everything, it's a big job. So okay, Anne, at least you're okay. I moved the camera a bit late. I need a camera, man or women. Okay, so I'm coming back to say goodbye to you. So I hope you're going to have a nice weekend, and I'll see you next week, next Tuesday, and next Friday. I'm lucky, twice in a week. I wish you a good weekend. Bye bye, everybody.